let's be considerate. Let's be considerate. All those people saying stage 4, she has already, somebody said, add a doctor. Add a doctor for what? She has already told you that she does not have stage 4 cancer, or she does not know what she has. So what do you want the doctor to come and do? You want the doctor to look at her inside the Instagram camera and say, blessing, the way your forehead is shining is stage 2.5. So what can a doctor do? But if you want a doctor, we'll bring a doctor too. Hmm. So, does she have cancer or not? Blessing, you can answer that question.
I do. I wouldn't lie about that.
Okay. So, okay, I brought you.
Hi, blessing.
All right.
I couldn't.
All right, good. Everybody looking good, and I'm glad they're all women. So continue with your line of questioning, JLo.
Okay, my second question is when you're
What was your
coming
first
out,
question? Because a fresh video, people are going to see it as a fresh video.
okay, so if you're coming out to say people should donate, for your treatment, I think at that point you should also be willing to share. Somebody is echoing.
Everybody mute.
So you should be ready to also share the medical report. That is my opinion. As long as you started with, oh, come and donate. I mean, this will make people, you know, believe you more and want to give. I mean, if your medical report is outside, nobody will doubt this thing. I'm not saying that you are not entitled to your private medical report. I'm not saying that you have to state, you should share it. But for the fact that you already say people should donate, you should be willing to, share your medical report. And at the point you know that you've not been fully diagnosed of whatever, we can't hear you, dear.
Sister J, I'm at work. Can you give me a quick minute, please? Because I'm at work. I
Okay,
need you to.
yeah, but we can't hear you.
Sorry, I muted. So I said, doctors in the house, is it okay for people to share? Is it mandatory for
No,
people to share their medical reports
no,
to the public?
No,
no.
it's not
So
mandatory, but
Not
she has
even
a
with your
choice.
family if you don't want to. Not
if
even
she
with
It's
your
her
doesn't,
family if you
choice.
don't want to.
if and she
I wanted
didn't
to say something.
talk, blessing.
You know, when blogs carry news, a lot of people do not. It wasn't about money. The first video I made was not money. The second video I made was not money. So it was when friends started to reach out, and I was worried because I was asking for the medical costs. They said this thing can escalate. They can want to do an amputation. It would have gone to your bones. It would have, the way they exaggerate stuff. My friend said, if we can do it for people that we don't know, what about a public figure? Blessing, initially they said a GoFundMe. Blessing, how much do you need? I said, I don't know. It started from after then, I didn't put an account number. I put out my car for sale. That was where it started from. After my car, I put out my house for sale. That was when people started saying, you don't have to sell your property now. If you sell your property, where are you going to stay? That was the birth of the account number. But people are making it look as if I just woke up. Absolutely not. If I knew the account number was going to come with a medical report, I practically would have prepared because my doctor said when you're going through stuffs like this, it is better you announce it when you are done. It's like when you're pregnant because you don't want people monitoring. This is a severe, you have friends, you have enemies. That was the advice he gave to me. So it was not as if I woke up and I just started asking Nigerians for money. Absolutely not. It was when they started complaining. I archived the house. I even put up my hairs for sale That was where the account number came from. So it was when the account number came up, people now said, I think it was VDM that made a video and said, Blessing, you can't be asking Nigerians for money without putting out a medical report. So not like I didn't want to do it, but then there was chaos. The insult started. What did I do? I archived it. I took out the, account number because people said, okay, now
We
is
can't hear you, dear.
Steve
We can't hear you.
Sorry, let me ask you a question, Blessing. Are you
okay?
willing to eventually share
Yes.
a medical report?
I will. I will. Definitely I
When
will.
are we expecting this medical report?
As soon as possible, I will.
Give us an idea. 1 month, 2 weeks, 3 hours, 5 days.
Yeah, because
Maybe a
doctors would
few
have
weeks.
told you that you should come back so
Hold on. I'm
period
going
for
to
them.
give her two options. I'm going to give her two
Yes.
options.
When you go for
Option one, which I don't like, is share your report publicly. Because
okay.
God forbid should anybody have problem. People come to meet me every day with all varying degrees of problems. I don't share their medical report and I raise money for them. It is not something I just started doing. Sometimes we'll try to raise money, nobody will bring money, and we go end up paying for the thing. So I'm not a big fan of releasing your medical report public, but we can have a committee of people that will be selected online, including doctors and lawyers. Maybe have 5 people chosen by people online who we trust. I'm recommending Belinda as one of our lawyers, who will go to the hospital, have a chat with her doctors, and then come to the public and they will meet together. So we'll pick maybe 5 people. So whatever hospital Blessing CEO is going to, they will go there, they will interview the doctors, they will interrogate whatever they want to interrogate, and then come out and say from our findings, in the team there will be lawyers, doctors, maybe 2 lawyers, 2 doctors, and a psychologist. I'm just saying off the top of my head. You understand? And maybe a blogger or 2. Then they all come together as a committee. They go to the hospital. They do an investigation. They see the report. They cannot publish the report, but they see the report. They debate among themselves, and they come out. I will volunteer my life free of charge. I charge people 2.5 million for 1 hour to show my life. I will donate my life. You need it 5 times. I will give it to you 5 times free of charge. You will pick the people that are going to be in that committee. The only person I'm volunteering is Belinda. So when they all come out, all of them, there will be 2 doctors, 2 lawyers there. So the lawyers understand the legal implication, the doctors understand the medical implication. And then they come out a written report, and maybe one person now comes to read the written report of the committee. That we have found out that Blessing CEO has cancer of the teeth, and inside this cancer of the teeth, this is what we have, this is what we have, this is what we have. I believe the public is entitled to that, but I also believe patient confidentiality must be honored. Blessing, are you agreeing to this?
Yes, I am.
I'm asking you again, Blessing, are you agreeing to this level of scrutiny? We will not release your personal results public, but we have a committee that will be elected, people that we trust. If I bring Belinda and say, we don't trust Belinda, I drop Belinda. I bring JLo, say, JLo, get belle for person husband, I drop her. Until we're able to get people that everybody says, yes, I support this, I believe this person is not going to mislead us, blah, 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 blah. So I think somebody said it has to be paid work for the committee. It doesn't. I'm volunteering my life for
It's
free.
volunteers.
So
Those
you
people
are
should
not going to
volunteer.
volunteer.
They don't pay for
Please.
such
Okay.
for such things. Volunteer.
All right.
Yeah.
This lady here said she's at work and only has a few minutes. JLo, hold your question. The pride, go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much, Daddy Freeze. Hi,
Because
Blessing.
it involves
Okay,
Mario.
can you hear me?
They are involving you in the
Yes,
committee.
I can.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, when I first saw the live where you made the announcement, I was concerned because for me, like today is exactly 7 years ago that we lost my niece through breast cancer. And she was only 26 years old. And I know what happened. The,
Sorry
the
about
two
that.
years, the 2 years that she had that breast cancer, it was like a real revenge. It's on my status. I posted how she was before and what she was like. So when I saw your live, I knew that no, there's no way you could have had stage 4 cancer and come on. And as a public figure, before you destroy what you have built, you should also be concerned of the implications. My question to you is that if you were truly diagnosed with breast cancer, where was it diagnosed? Was it in Nigeria, out of Nigeria? That is the question that I have. Because maybe they might have given her a false diagnosis.
It was Nigeria, indeed.
Okay. Okay. And it is cancer. But you say you don't know the stage. How comes they say it's stage you don't know the stage, but it is cancer? From the time you get that diagnosis, they will have told you it is 1, 2, 3. We have some, they would have told you that. So how come you don't know the stage?
The stage was not written in the report.
Let me explain something to you. As somebody who understands
There
cancer
was no
very
stage
well,
on the report.
as somebody who understands
Mm.
cancer, I've told you my story. My dad's a medical doctor. When we're growing up, we didn't have lights. All my dad's medical books are in Romanian, except his oncology book. The oncology book is the only medical book that is in English.
English.
So I read uh, oncology as an 11-year-old because there was no light. They said we should not go out of the house. So I'm on the toilet, I'm reading. This is the only thing I could read. When I finished reading all the newspapers, anything available, the next thing I picked was this book of oncology. Cancer staging, properly done, you need a PET CT. That's a positron emission tomography scan
Mm.
uh, to understand the staging properly. You need a biopsy done.
Mm-hmm.
And I always, for the sake of false positives, I always recommend a second opinion.
Opinion. That was going to be my
Someone
next
said, is
question.
this carcinoma in situ? From the report, from my small understanding of cancer, there is lobular and ductal carcinoma, two different kinds of carcinoma. Ductal carcinoma is in the duct, lobular carcinoma is in the milk producing cells. But like I said, it is a preliminary report, and I personally recommended to Blessing that she's going to go and have a second opinion
Second opinion, yes.
for the sake. This is what I discussed with Blessing one on one, and I'm saying it publicly. Blessing, if I lie, Blessing has to
Yes,
go and do a second opinion for the
yes.
sake of clarity for the public. Do you understand? So, looking at how do you tell stages? There are 3 stages of cancer. For those who have no idea, let me break it down. How do you stage cancer? There's T, N, M. T is the
Mm.
size of the tumor. N is invasion of the nodules, what do they call them? Nodes,
Lymph
lymph nodes.
nodes.
And the third is metastasis.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have 2 or 3 lymph nodes, then it is stage 1, it's a stage N1. If it is more than 3 nodes, it's like stage 1B. So how do they tell how many nodes without a PET CT? So
Right.
with a biopsy, you can tell that it is cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Without a PET CT, it is difficult. Someone say, allow the human to talk. I am telling you from a medical perspective. You are telling me to tell somebody that does not know the difference between stage 1 and to come and talk. What is she talking? Unless it is that I want to trap her and have something to say about her. So I am saying for Blessing to give us an accurate staging of the cancer, she should, as recommended by an oncologist, which we are going to find, go and do a PET CT. That's a positron emission tomography CT scan that will tell us how many lymph nodes, or if any, the cancer has spread to. Now there's M. M is metastasis.
Mm-hmm.
So if they say M1, how many organs has the cancer metastasized to?
Besides,
All these are going to be gotten if Blessing is willing to
the share.
allow herself get a second opinion. I don't
I
know.
have.
Mhm.
I have. That's what I
Someone
am
said,
also.
why did she come out and give the public when all has not been done? Blessing CEO, we all know, is overreacting, dramatic. So let us forgive her and let us put her through the proper scrutiny. I have said we'll set up a committee. Committee go day, doctor go day. Now go select the doctor. I know nothing concern me. The only person where I want to bring to that place, now Belinda. And the blogger that you people recommended, blogger Mario, I've never met him or heard of him before, but I would like him to also be part of the committee. So if there's any hanky panky, people can come and. Someone said, let her go to Lakeshore Cancer Center to redo her test. You know how much Lakeshore Cancer Center is? You think Lakeshore Cancer Center is a general hospital? Una go just talk. Okay, I
They
put it
just
in. Hold on. I put it to you that if you bring the money, she will go to Lakeshore. Let's do it. If you can bring the money, we'll go to Lakeshore Cancer Center.
Well, maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we can contribute for her to go to where we would like her to go, to the proper facility where she can get the proper diagnosis, because she clearly looks like she's sick. But coming out and saying it's stage 4, she has to take responsibility of what she
Okay,
said.
once again, apologize
Yes,
for that nonsense
she
that you
made
said out
mistakes.
before.
So, Blessing, you need to,
Blessing, you need to
Blessing,
apologize.
you need to
Yes,
apologize for saying a stage where you are not sure of or where you've not been diagnosed, because
absolutely.
I'm
you are a public figure that no matter how you
I
see
am
yourself,
honestly sorry.
and
I am honestly going
you
to
are not
say
responsible to DF alone. You are responsible to so many people. So we understand that you're a controversial um content creator, but this is a very serious thing. So for you to come out and say that and it's not true, you need to be, take, it's hard for us
She
to
needs
take
to
always
accept
take
full
responsibility.
responsibility for
So
what she did.
you need to take this responsibility
And let's go
seriously
from there.
and make another video, not just on this live. Make another video to say, oh, this is the issue. I was only overwhelmed. I was scared. I didn't know what I'm expecting. That was why everything came out this way. That's number one. And number
Because
two,
nobody will
uh,
trust you from this point on.
yeah,
If anything you
yeah,
say will become something else. Because
yeah.
as a public
Number
figure, your first
two,
stage is to protect yourself. Think of protecting yourself first before coming out and
yes,
saying something that's
yes.
going to be detrimental to you and others close to you. Because other people will be looking at Daddy Freeze funny because, like, Daddy Freeze defended you the first time it came out.
That the freeze
You
has been
understand?
all out. Maybe you don't know that the freeze has been all out for you. Even right now, you can
Yes,
see how people are saying, "Why are you speaking for?" So he too, he needs you. We
absolutely.
need. We don't want that the freeze to fall into that too, so that
Maybe
people
they're
don't
not saying say you don't
see
give me
you.
1 naira inside the menu.
Yes,
Blessing.
Yeah,
exactly. So
they
you need
have
to
really been
clear
coming
that
for
part.
him, and that's
You need
not
to clear
good, you
that
know.
part.
Yes,
Yes.
you need to clear it out.
And secondly, I understand that people are saying, "Oh, you don't look like you have stage 4. You don't look like you have stage. You don't even look like you have stage 3." And then you came out this way. I will tell you, you are sick. You are sick, but still be yourself.
Be yourself.
Nothing
Yes.
will change whatever that happens. And so I want you to start making up, start being the blessing. Don't follow what people are saying. It is sickness. Let me say, we are not 100% sure because you said you're still expecting the result. But whatever the case is, I don't want you to come out looking like you are pretending or you are acting to be sick. You can be sick and look good. You can be sick and go to
no.
function.
That's
You can be
I
sick
remember.
and
Hold
still
on,
Sorry,
do
I
hold
want
on,
to say
hold on,
something,
hold on.
please. I
Not
want to
everybody
say something.
handles cancer the same. Ojelo,
I
no
want
pray,
to
say.
no. I want to explain
Oh, no
something.
pray.
I
Okay.
remember when this whole thing started, when it was diagnosed. When I talk, they'll say, "Blessing, you're
Diagnosed. You to
talking."
die
I
agnosed.
remember saying,
Blessing.
diagnosed.
"Yeah,
Diagnosed.
Diagnosed. Die
diagnosed."
agnosed.
Okay,
And another
diagnosed.
thing she keeps saying, it was amputated. There's
It is a
nothing like amputation.
mastectomy. It's
It's a
called a
mastectomy.
mastectomy.
It's yes.
Let's not do science for school. Make una hate them too.
Nobody is even telling
I
you.
didn't do
No, hold
science,
on,
but
please.
so, and
Nobody is
sometimes
even
But
telling
yeah,
you.
that is
Hold
the
you
on.
read
thing.
out, you
If
If
she
read
you
up
had
know
gone to
because
the
science,
of
that's
men.
when
doctor,
you say na
if she had
mastectomy.
really
Hold
This
on.
gone to
na
the doctor,
application.
she would have known the proper words to use. So that
No,
is
that's
how
not
we
even what it.
knew.
No, hold on, please. That's not true.
Or
Even
read up.
everybody.
If you have issue, you should read up, read about it. Like me, if I have a pen in my hand and
Even
somebody
Chat
say this is it,
GPT would have
you
given
go
you
to
the
Google,
answers.
read up, know what you are in, know in fact right now you should know the kind of food you should be eating already,
Yes.
because it will be there that these are the things you need to do, so that if it has not gotten to that stage 4 you mentioned it, you will avoid it. At least there are some things you are supposed to have started taking already if you are
Mm-hmm.
diagnosed with cancer. So by now you should read up, you should know
Someone
this
said,
everything by the
hold
tip.
on. Someone said, but Daddy Freeze, a recently diagnosed PT, will have completed this medical test before coming out to talk.
Yes.
Let me tell you something about PT. PT and I are close. Right from the beginning, when we didn't know what it was, we're talking about it. And the moment he was diagnosed, the doctor said he didn't need a PT scan, a PET CT. I said, PT, you are doing a PET CT.
Mm-hmm.
I said it to him one on one, and he listened to me, and he did it. We had accurate staging. And the first thing I said to PT, I said two things to PT. I said, PT, one, you have money, and two, you are in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because in the UK, they have the most advanced treatment therapy options for cancer, and they have some of the best oncologists and surgeons.
Mm-hmm.
So people when they go India now because they not get money for London. If person get money for London, you know go do treatment for South Africa, you know go do the treatment for for India. Now
India.
because they not get because London treatment can be £100,000. So Blessing just told you say she not get money, she won't sell her hair. I'm not there, I don't know, but Blessing, please address that part.
So have you sold your hair and have you sold your car?
Like I said, from the beginning, even people who have gone through cancer say, blessing, they will cut off the breast. Blessing, this English you people are saying, I think it's because it's Blessing CEO. She's controversial. You people are just reading. I have not been bold enough to even read because I am afraid. It was just recently I started Googling breast cancer survivals. I don't even want to read about the whole. I don't know if you get. It's easy to say this stuff when you are completely sane, but the news alone is overwhelming as a person because, like I said, the moment you hear you have cancer, the first thing is everybody thinks you're going to die. You know, the management, family, friends, support. I don't know if you're getting me. So everybody's saying Blessing is supposed to know the name. I said it from the very beginning. I am clueless. When I say clueless, most of the time I go to the hospitals when my kids are sick. And my kids don't have like this. My son is asthmatic, just normal illness, not a severe illness. In fact, I saw the severity of this stuff when my father passed through it. In fact, my father just came out of the hospital. He just got discharged a day ago. That was when, in fact, it scared me the more. So, anybody here saying be diagnosed with it first? We are even talking of, let's talk about HIV.
Diagnosed,
Diagnosed.
diagnosed,
Diagnosed.
diagnosed. You have to learn it.
Diagnosed.
Diagnosed.
Diagnosed. Okay. Let's
Mhm.
talk about HIV for a start. Just hearing you have HIV, you need full therapy to even go and start taking the drugs. So I think a lot of people, or I feel it's people who have passed through this journey that might understand where I'm coming from. Like I said initially, I have never in my entire life, I've had challenges, I've had struggles, come on the social media to ask for money before. So anybody coming out to say I scam, absolutely not, because that was not even the goal. Like I said, you're asking, have I sold my car? Have I sold my house? These things are difficult to sell. Do you have 300-400 million to give to me? That was where the donation came from, where friends started
Now
suggesting,
we
why
have
sell your
two
properties?
things. We have two things here. I want you to quickly answer. Now they said I should bring a man that I am
Okay,
doing
dear, if
damage
I can
control for
go.
you. No,
I can
deprived has
go.
to go because she's
I
at
need to
work.
go. Yes. All right.
So
You
I
take care. I
want a
wish you all the
man,
best. Okay,
preferably
there.
a male doctor. I want a man, preferably a male doctor. Jilo, you're not going anywhere. Now, blessing. Somebody said you collected over 100 million in donation. Please address that.
Nothing like that. I don't mind them. The money is not even
I
up
don't
to
want to
you.
bring anybody that is not a doctor. Let's have a doctor first, and then we can bring somebody else. We need a doctor to ask questions. We need
There
a
was no
doctor.
100 million. That's not
There's no
true.
100 million. Can you give us an
Anyway,
idea of
How
uh,
much so
the
far?
amount that was raised,
So
how much
10,
you're
far,
able
12
to
million,
raise?
10 to 12 million, 10, 12 million was raised.
which is
The account is
progressive.
open. Yes, it's open because the account number was put out a day after the
So
account
you are
number was put
willing
out
to
for.
show us the account number.
Yes. After the account number was put out for that day, then that was when a video was made and saying, okay, Blessing, if you have, I think it was VDM that made that video. Blessing, if you're putting out an account number, you should be able to put out your report. That was where the whole controversy started from. So what did I do? I took out the account number because that point, okay, it's like, okay, you're telling the public, you people are right. So automatically, the moment I'm asking you for money, you have the right to come into my privacy. That is automatically what it meant. So immediately
So
the
I'm going to
pressure
bring
came.
the
I
lawyer.
took.
I'm going to bring Belinda up briefly. Belinda, I'm going to give you 5 minutes because what I'm looking for is a doctor. I need a doctor.
Okay, it's a good thing that you already put out. I mean, taking off the account number from the public, so you
Uh-huh.
can
All right,
bring it
Belinda,
back after
2 minutes.
you've gotten trust with
Daddy,
that.
Let's
please.
focus on Belinda. She's going to
I
ask
don't even want again.
her questions within 2 minutes. Guys, I need a doctor. I don't need people that don't have a clue what's going on to come and start asking the same questions that they were asked 15 minutes, 20 minutes ago. Someone said, so why did you say your breast? Look at you guys be coming down. Okay. All right. So we've got a lawyer in the house.
Hi,
Belinda,
Belinda, the
clock is
lawyer,
ticking.
our lawyer.
Mhm.
Good evening, Daddy Freeze. Good
Good
evening,
evening, my
Jojo.
darling. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Sorry, I was not active in the conversation anymore. But blessing, good evening. How are you feeling?
I'm fine. I'm good. Good evening.
Okay. Apologies for how you feel, yeah? I hope you get well soon. So I have a few
Amen.
questions for you. First of all, I'm sorry if I'm going
Go
to
ahead.
take everyone back, but just so that we can have some form of clarity. You said you
Clarity.
found a lump on your B in July last year?
Yes.
Okay. And you said, at what point were you diagnosed with the big C?
That was out of January this year, early January.
Blessing, be accurate with your dates. This is a lawyer asking you questions. So remember your dates
Early,
properly.
yes, early January. Early January this year. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So when you found out, what was the first thing you did
Is it when I
medically?
found out it was cancerous?
Yes. What was the first thing you did medically?
Medically, I was
Yes.
preparing because they had told me what to expect,
Preparing for
right?
what?
Like I said,
You were preparing for what?
um, what did you call that again? That is freeze.
The
The
mastectomy, removing
A
the.
mastectomy.
mastectomy, yes. So
Okay.
it was to check how far it has traveled from the left. They went because I think it was the left that was affected. So they needed to check both the right and check how far.
Okay.
That
So
was what I
you
was told
were
to prepare for.
when was the time
Remember, remember, you
proposed?
have 2 minutes. So
That's fine.
just
When
Time.
was
focus
the
Okay, what
together.
did
proposed
you say?
time for the mastectomy? When is it
The
supposed?
proposed time.
Yes.
The proposed time was around I think last week or last week, yes. But because of this, that was where Daddy Free say, let's get
How
a
much?
second.
How much do you need to have taken it out?
There was no particular amount said because it was like
Let
when
me
they
let me come
opened
in
you
here,
up.
Belinda. because Blessing
Okay.
does not really understand these questions. So, sorry, I'm answering on her behalf. I suggested to her that because I've seen many false positives in cancer before, and I've treated quite a
Daddy
few
Freeze, you're
people.
taking my 2 minutes.
No, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So this does not count for your 2 minutes. So you
okay,
have 1 minute, 30 seconds left when I'm done talking.
that's fine.
I was the one that suggested to Blessing before you go and remove anything. Let us come to Lagos. There's only one PET CT machine in all of West Africa, and it is in Lagos. Why don't you come to Lagos? Let them run
Second.
a confirmatory test on you. This was my suggestion to
Okay,
her.
Daddy Freeze, I'm going to take you on a question. When did you
Okay.
suggest this to Blessing?
Around when we're doing honest bunch.
Give me a time frame. I don't know when Honest Bunch. Like when? How many months ago?
February.
Was it up to February? I don't know. I don't know.
We are in April
No, like
1st.
late February, early March. I'm not sure.
Yes, you're correct.
Okay, that was when you suggested it to Blessing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Blessing, what is the money that you are asking people to contribute? What is it for?
Thank you.
I didn't.
Blessing, over to
Okay.
you.
First of all, I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, so if you
They
don't know what to
said
expect, why are you asking for money?
I need money for the surgery. Like it was exaggerated.
It's not been concluded yet. That's what she's trying to say.
Exactly.
And that's the reason why I am having this conversation. Because like I said, the whole thing is I don't it's until these conversations we are having, I'm clueless.
If you
Now
are
the concept
clueless,
is when they hold on, let me explain. The concept
okay,
is
go
okay,
ahead.
when they let me use the word I understand, amputate or take out your boobs. They have to still do other tests to know if it has gone to your blood, to your bones. Some people say by the time you do it, you're already like a vegetable. You have to go to chemo, lots of stuff. So me planning ahead, because like I said, I didn't want to come out in my vulnerable moment. I wanted to do it quietly,
Blessing, you
heal
have not
quietly. I didn't
answered
want a
Belinda's
situation whereby
question. Blessing, you have not answered Belinda's question. Belinda
I
is
have.
asking, if you were not sure, why did you proceed to go ahead and ask for money from the public?
I needed money for the surgery.
We were
But
not
you've
sure you
not
were
been
going to do
told.
surgery.
I have not been told.
Yeah, that's what you just said.
The
I
first
was,
question I asked you is how much you need for the surgery, and you said you don't know. So how then are you asking for money when you do not know how much it would cost?
and that was the reason why I didn't put a specific amount to the public. I didn't say
Mm.
I needed 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. I didn't say anything. I only asked for help.
Okay, go ahead. I was listening to you. Mm.
1 minute more, Blessing. Belinda, we need the doctor in the
Like I
house.
said, it wasn't even my idea. It was a blessing, you're a public figure. Let's help you. Anything we can raise. I didn't have a specific amount. If I did, maybe I would have did a GoFundMe.
Mm.
I didn't have a specific amount. I just needed, and that was the reason why I started by putting up stuff for sale. But people might not have that money at that time, or you might
Okay,
not get
so
buyers at
bless
that
because
time.
because Daddy Freeze is putting me on a timer. So that's what I'll just
Mm,
ask and summarize everything you have said. You
Mm.
didn't know how
okay.
much the hospital didn't tell you how
No,
much
they
it was
didn't
going to
specify.
cost,
Mm-mm,
but you
mm-mm.
just came out and asked for money from the public. Now some monies have been raised for you, and you still do not
Mhm.
know how much you need for this surgery that was told to you that you are going to have. Is that what you are saying?
Yes,
So it's indefinite. You don't know how much you need, and the money
yes,
is from the
because
hospital, from people you don't know.
they're
What for?
saying it's until you have the. I think I need to cram the name, the
Yes, just call it
amputation.
whatever it is. That's fine.
Oh, okay. Until you have the
The
amputation,
matter.
that is where we can now know, has it transferred to the next boobs? Has it transferred? That is the wide range. That is why I did not come to say I need 2 million, or it wasn't as if I didn't have
Okay,
some
okay,
certain amount. It was the uncertainty
Time
that
up,
made me
Belinda. I need to bring
ask.
a doctor.
okay, Daddy Freeze. I hear you. Let
Now,
me just
before you go,
yeah.
your time is up anyway, but I'm just going to tell you a few things. Blessing, you owe it to the public. You owe the public an apology. for raising money when you are not sure of what you needed the money for. I think Belinda is, I'm not sure, I can't speak on behalf of Belinda. Hey, God. Thank God, though. I've never seen cup fall at this level and not break. So, I've not, where was I? I was somewhere before the cup fell. I'm so glad it didn't
You
break.
were saying she should apologize to the public because
To
that's
apologize to
where
the public
Belinda is.
because it looks like you came, without understanding the situation, you rush too quickly to the public to raise for
Fund.
funds, to raise funds. And I think that you should apologize to the public. Now, from my understanding of cancer, if there is even stage 2 breast cancer, there will be a mastectomy done. Will be a mastectomy done unless Blessing refuses it. So you see, when somebody doesn't understand, Blessing can hardly cope with medical terminology. I don't know if you've noticed that, Belinda. And you're going to be on the panel, just prepare yourself. You go walk all this one way, they bat your eye for social media. You will go to hospital, you'll be tired, and you dare not refuse because I'm selecting you as part of the committee that will over
Volunteering.
that whether Blessing has cancer or not. Because if we find out that Blessing does not have cancer, and this was all some grand scheme, Blessing, I'm going to call you out to.
My God.
Just know, and I will remove my hand from supporting you in anything ever again.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
So Daddy Freeze,
Yes,
please.
yes.
Now, Blessing, I hear you when you say you did not know
Your
it.
time is up. There are so many people
You
lining up.
you you have taken so much of my time,
Yes.
Daddy Freeze.
No, but I gave
Go
you the
ahead.
whole 1 minute back.
Let me
When you
let me
finish.
let me wrap this up.
Let us round off
Yeah.
Oh
here.
yeah.
So
30
last
seconds.
one.
Thank
Quick.
Blessing, I hear you saying a lot of I don't know, I didn't know it was stage 4, I didn't know the stages. You seem to not be quite aware. Are you aware that ignorance is not an excuse before the law? So as it stands now, we may just be talking about obtaining under false pretense, and the law does not really care if you don't know about this or not. At this point, I'll say I wish you all the best. And when Daddy Freeze and his team are ready for committee, I will be right here to support. All the best. Blessing.
Thank you, Lawyer
Before you
Belinda.
go, Linda, you are part of the physical committee, not
She
online.
just said it
I
now.
just
She
said that.
just said it
I
now.
want you to. So, Blessing, this, our lawyer Belinda, is going to be part of the team that will scrutinize you.
No problem.
Blessing, you have to be ready to be scrutinized by the public if you are collecting public funds.
No problem.
Very good. Belinda, God bless you.
All the
Thank you
best.
very much.
When
And
the
we will keep
yeah.
Bye,
everybody.
Belinda.
Yeah,
We'll
bye.
keep everybody. Belinda, thank you and God bless.
Bless you too.
More people. I need a doctor. Where are all the doctors? If you are a doctor, please send me a DM. I don't need daily things. I need medical doctor, oncologist preferably.
Where is that your doctor that usually come online then with you? I think
I don't know any doctor.
there's
Don't
this
we have any doctor here?
what's that his name?
Guys, if you are a doctor, raise your hand. If you are a doctor, call in a doctor.
His doctor's name.
Doctor. Someone said what stage? We don't know the stage. We are just starting
You don't
afresh
know the
now.
stage.
We are just starting afresh. Dr. Zoe. If I can bring Dr. Zoe, I'll be more than happy. Can somebody tag Dr. Zoe?
Yeah, because the Dr. Zoe talked about it too in one of his.
I need an oncologist, not just any kind of doctor. If I can't get any kind of doctor, an oncologist, I will. So let's work. Me, I've said that if I find that this thing is a lie, I will be the person that will call out Blessing publicly. But as a human being, I believe that everybody has an opportunity to be given a chance to speak their truth. Dr. Zoe, if you can call Dr. Zoe, someone said I'm a native doctor. No, we need a proper doctor. Dr. Zoe is a cardiologist.
Blessy, but how are you? How are you feeling? Like, how are you?
I'm trying to be
Okay,
strong.
while
You
we're
people
waiting
say
for
I
the doctor,
sick.
I'll run him through a few questions,
I'm
but I'm not
trying.
going to allow you more than 2 minutes. Guys, anybody coming in is 2 minutes. The
I
reason
wanted to
why I
say
have JLo
something.
here is because JLo
When
is
I was
somebody who
coming on
operates.
this live, I
Yeah.
wanted to wear a wig and look good. And I'm like, if you wear a wig, they will start. I don't, I think they have this mindset that
No,
because
just be
I know
yourself.
I'm trying, but they are making me sick. Oh, blessing, you're still talking. I'm telling them the cancer is not in the mouth. You get, I see, because I remember going to TikTok and watching a
Someone
lot
said,
of
ask
cancer
about
patients.
Mario.
They
Go
were
ahead the previous video.
so,
We've asked
a
all
lot
those.
of them are so happy. And I asked the doctor, why
JLo,
are they
please, your
always
two
this
minutes has
happy?
started.
And he said, you need this state of mind to go through the stage. You just have to have that, if I try to want to be, or they will say, bless you, you're supposed to have died, you're supposed to be crippled. I don't know
No,
how to want me to
no.
react. So I don't know. I don't know.
Dele, ask now.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
you want me
JLo,
to
two
go
minutes,
ahead?
2 minutes, 2 minutes. Everybody
Okay.
gets 2 minutes. Nobody
Oh,
gets
thank
any
you.
more.
Thank you so greatly, sir. I must sincerely appreciate the fact that you trust to bring me to this life. Uh, Sister Blessing, of course, if you're truly with this infirmity, we can only pray that God will touch you and you'll be healed. The only thing that we know this platform for, that is Freezes a platform, is predicated upon truth. And people like me, somebody like me now, the way that the phrase has been trying to let people not ask you the very hard question. I have been thinking, see, is it that the phrase is trying to defend a friend or something? I said, oh, maybe I will still ask that the phrase thereafter. And of course, until Daddy Freeze now brought Belinda, and Belinda was now asking some of the hard questions I we want to ask you. Then I said, okay, maybe he's just try to do his job as a journalist. However, ma, uh, in the past, there was a time that there was an issue as regards somebody's house, and people are still not tying to that occasion to say that, oh, this person had initially deceived the public at one point in time. Is it that you are still trying to come out with such thing, and eventually, if if we now discover that this thing, just like somebody said she was building school, and eventually she didn't do anything, and we all knew, if this thing now later got casted, are you willing to come back to say, I'm sorry, I was just trying to do some public stunts or that? But of course, if truly you have this thing, I've already prayed for you. Uh, uh, Nobody wants to have cancer. Mm. So that's
I
it.
pray,
That's
I
my
believe
question.
I believe there are lots of other stunts to pull than cancer.
Hmm.
Yeah, if one wants to pull a stunt, when you talk about the house, it was at the early stage of my career, and
Blessing,
I
what he said.
yeah,
He said, person we don't cry wolf
okay.
before. Don't cry wolf before. I think you need to also use this as an opportunity to apologize. And look, whatever I did that time, oh, because
That
he
time.
is relying on that and he has a very big point.
I built the house now. Sure, I don't build the house. I don't tire.
Say,
I
Auntie,
built the
your
house.
career has been built over controversy. If they follow Cyberbudge fight, this person go they follow you fight, and
In
there is
fact,
this guy.
that was a
There is this guy being rejudged. We always say that attention is a currency. So me now, I'm not thinking, is it that you're trying to gather this attention to yourself, maybe to rule out some things and things like that, you know?
Okay.
Okay. Can Blessing, are
I
you
can't hear
there?
you again. Okay.
My another thing I want to ask is, I know you have family, and you have your children, your kids, your parents. So how is your boo boo? Like we know, how
It's not
is
easy.
it
So
taking
I'm
it?
very controversial. It's
I don't.
very out. So I don't want him to be thrown under the bus. Right? He's supportive. One cannot. I don't think I would come up and want to lie with
There are so
somebody.
many people
Even
lining up.
Yes,
David,
yes.
I
is
don't
your
think
was she
I would
answer
even
she
come
answered your
up.
question well?
Yeah. To a greater extent, you
I
know,
I
I
wanted to
think,
explain that part. Let me clear that part where I think that is where VDM started from. We all have
Let's leave
a
VDM and
story.
everybody else out of it. Let's focus on you. Let's not bring
Okay,
anybody else in it. Let's just focus on you.
okay. The story he talked about a house that was at the peak of my career, and it wasn't totally a lie. I was building my house. I didn't finish the house. I took a picture with somebody's house and said I had finished it. It blew out online, gave me the zest to go and finish the house. I
Press
have my
X,
own house now.
so that
my
means
brother.
as at that time, you actually used that attention to gather some resources to yourself. Is this something you
No,
as
it was
also?
not even resources per se. I didn't even know it was going to go that viral. I don't know if you
Hmm.
get, sometimes this controversy, most times, is not, most people think you sit down and plan it. No, sometimes you don't know how it goes.
It's
It
not
just
easy.
flies. Because even the whole period, the time of the Onyeze drama, I try to manage it. A lot of
Okay,
people said he
let me
arrested
quickly
me.
say this. I think my 2 minutes is almost exhausted.
Over
If you
exhausted.
It's
Okay.
finished.
yes, sir. If auntie, if you no get cancer and you don't proclaim and say you get cancer, and cancer now later come, you know, say you no go too good because our words are powerful. And that the freeze as a clergy, we also agree with me that words, we don't joke with words. And
I can't play with cancer.
cancer na
I
very
can
strong
it's
thing
Cecile,
too
because
extreme.
you are the first person that I know in this life that should better pray she has cancer. Because the way this world is waiting for you, if that test where we do, we believe and are part of the panel, you not get cancer. Problem go
It's a
dey.
problem.
hmm,
Problem go dey. So just pray
because
for now, say you get
me
cancer. Once you can't get the cancer, and we prove say you get the cancer, we can't begin the pray, say make you go.
I don't get two organs for here. We be say they get cancer, and I know what they were going through, waiting that they do and things like that, you know. But of course,
Come live
we
for 2 minutes. Sabio, 2 minutes. Everybody here, 2 minutes. Dele,
all right.
Sabio, two
Yeah.
minutes, two
No, no,
minutes,
no, no,
two
no.
minutes.
Of course. Oh, I already know. Wait 2 minutes. Thank you,
Okay,
Sister Blessing.
before
I pray that the
Sabio,
Lord will
Next
touch you.
part.
hi,
Listen,
Blessing.
CEO is the first person that I've met in my life that is praying that she must have the cancer. If not, even me go come out hand like this, say, I don't do.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you,
God
sir.
bless you. Press X so that I
Hi.
can bring Sabio.
So I
God
was
bless you,
going to
Sabio.
ask that Blessing, you have family, you have children, and your boo boo. So at the news of this, how are they taking it? Like, how are you doing? I know you started answering before, you got interrupted again. So can you tell us how is your mom, your children, and your boo boo? How are they taking it?
Your family, they are just helpful, trying to encourage, pray, and hope it's something we can
Manage.
resolve. I hope it's not exceeded. Like they said, you still need things to avoid, because these are part of the precautions, apart from the treatment you need to get. So they are supportive. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not so Sabio, come
Is
live.
there at
Oh.
any point they try to advise you not to probably post all this thing, all this stuff online again? Probably because
Yes,
when you start
yes,
getting bashing from
Somebody is
the
tagging
public,
Aproko doctor, please come. Oh.
yes.
was there
My
a time?
parents,
Guys, all of you tag
yeah,
Aproko doctor.
my parents actually don't wanted me to just, go off social media, get strong, then come back, because at this point, my BP is high. I'm not even
The nurse that
mentally
just joined
set.
us, I'm aware a nurse joined us. Can we have light, please, guys? I swear to God, I will shake it for anybody that joins us with bad internet and no light. I swear,
Daddy
I'm
Freeze,
at,
hold on, please. I'm not feeling fine. I need
all
to
right,
like.
all right. I don't want anybody that you want to ask somebody personal question, you not get light.
I
No.
have light. Just hold on. I
Oh
need
yeah,
to
on the
get.
lights, on the lights, on the lights.
Okay, just give me 1 minute. 1 second.
Uh-huh. Please. Let's not tag a Proco doctor, make it come.
Sorry, I'm not feeling
No,
so.
maybe baby, you be nurse. You two are going to come live. Hello, my darling sister. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Daddy Freeze.
All right,
Hi,
good.
hi,
Hi,
Blessing. How are you
hi.
doing?
I'm strong. Good evening.
Yeah, we're praying for you. Okay, I'll just I'm not going to take much of your time, but I'm just going to ask, can you just give me a little bit of a journey? How did this, what happened? What did you notice when you got to the hospital the first time? What and what did they tell you to do? What did you do? I don't need you to give me the medical terms correctly, but at least you can, at least for somebody who is in this journey, you should be able
The
to,
process.
yeah, to be precise.
Yes.
Okay, this is what I did. This is what the test I did and stuff.
Okay. So it
Yeah.
started like a lump. Noticed
How
a
did you
lump on
know
my.
that you had a lump first?
Okay, I was having a conversation with somebody who had, gone through this process, and she's a long time friend, and she just said, "Oh, blessing, you abandoned me. I've been going through stuff. Like I said, I don't have an idea of cancer." I was like, "Whoa, sorry." So she switched the conversation to a video call. Then she showed me the mastectomy. Am I correct?
My
Yeah,
section.
that's the cutting of the breast,
Yeah.
yes.
Mastectomy, yes. So when she showed me that, I screamed. I'm like, wow. Then she said, "Babe, do you used to check your boobs?" I used to hear it passively, but I don't know. Interested. Please, oh, every morning when you wake up, please just try and. So immediately she dropped the call. I did. I felt it was psychological. That point someone tells you something and you feel like, oh, I saw something. I
What did
called
you
her back and
see?
said, babe,
Can you tell
like I
me
felt a lump
what is
underneath
a
my boobs
lump?
here.
Is it like a
Around
pin? Is it like a ball?
like a little
Is it
ball. Sometimes
like
No,
a
come out your
dimple?
Bobby show also blessing because the way blessing they do, I felt like no come out for my life. When I God, I take beg you.
it's okay. Like a little, sometimes it looks as if it
Ah,
moves a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
So when I felt it, I called her back. She now said,
Mhm.
"Oh, ha." I was not saying maybe I'm exaggerating. When somebody tells you
Right.
something, she now say
Right.
whether exaggerating or not exaggerating, rush to the doctor. I delayed
Right.
a day. The next day she followed up. She said, "Babe, rush to the doctor." I say, "Go, let it be." So when I went, it was confirmed. Then they
Okay.
put, I
A
don't know what
doctor,
they,
sorry. Take it one step. A doctor confirmed that you had a lump
yes,
by examining doing the examination, right?
yes.
Okay. So what is the next thing after it was identified that there is a lump? What was the
So
next
I
thing the
think what they
doctor
did
said you should do?
was biopsy. A biopsy. They put
Taylor,
something and
I have a problem there. Hold it.
mm, mm,
Nobody will. So I hope you know that when somebody has a lump, it can be
mm,
benign. That
mm.
is, it's not cancerous, and it
I
can
want
still
to.
be that. Hold on, that it's cancerous, and no doctor will just check you for lump and immediately send you for biopsy. Okay, let's continue. You said they told you to go for
I
biopsy, right?
I
Hold
beg
on.
to refer. No,
Sorry,
hold
sorry, one
on.
second.
I
Hold
have
on.
an
Sorry,
Please,
experience.
please hold
Yes,
on.
hold on,
yes.
Okay, let you
Hold
talk.
hold
on.
Let
on,
you talk.
No,
Bless.
Please hold on.
Sorry,
Hold on. Hold
Blessing
on.
Let you
and
talk.
see,
Yellow. Ness, I
yes.
want to take
Hold
you up
on.
on that.
Jello,
The
please
Yes,
hold
no,
only
on.
I
way
have.
in this
Let you
life,
talk.
Jello, hold on.
Blessing, wait,
Please.
Nurse, wait,
Okay.
Yellow,
So you
wait.
said
The only way, in
Oh,
my opinion, in this life, that you can tell if there is cancer anywhere is two
it's
things: a PET
biopsy.
CT or a biopsy.
correct.
Biopsy.
So hold on. Hold on. What I'm saying is they will not just jump into biopsy. Did you have any imaging tests prior to this biopsy? That's one. Okay, so if the doctor said a biopsy, how did they do this biopsy? Can you explain to me how they did this biopsy, what they did?
Okay. Let me explain to you as a layman. The biopsy, when they ask you for it, I think they inserted, brought out something. I don't
They
know.
inserted
Then
what? Where?
I don't know what it is.
It's in your body that
She's
they are
asking a
inserting.
question. What did they insert
And
and where
where?
did they insert it? Did they insert it inside your VJ? Did they insert it inside your
No,
mouth?
on the, I think around the place or something, and brought
Where?
out.
This is a breast. Where?
Mhm. Where exactly?
Mm.
I think it was around where they
Was it
found
in
the
your
lump.
nipple, straight to your nipple? Or was it by the
No,
side?
I
And
think it
they
was around
were you
where they
awake?
found. Yes, I was awake.
You were awake. There was no pain.
It was painful, but not severe pain.
They didn't give you anything
Anything how?
like to help with the pain, for you not to feel pain.
It wasn't severe. You know, this lump is not painful.
Okay.
It's not painful. It's just you're feeling something. Sometimes it just walks
Okay, so
around. It's
first of
not.
all, I have a problem that there was no imaging done and you were moved quickly to start doing a biopsy. Because I think the first thing that should be done is something like a mammogram, at least.
I didn't
To
do that.
actually, so that's, I have a problem with that.
I
And
didn't do that.
then the biopsy, um, I think the first thing again, okay, some people can actually go that route, to check if it's cancerous. So when when the doctor told you that you had, it's cancerous, please, can you just tell us how that was like relate to you?
That's
Like,
why I want to explain. So let me explain. After the biopsy was done, because I think everybody have
when
different.
did you have this biopsy?
Okay, I noticed the lump last year, July.
July, okay. When
Yes,
did you
so
do
the
the
biopsy.
biopsy?
I think after, I think about 2 weeks, it came out. It took about 3 weeks before the biopsy came out. I don't have the exact date,
Because I
say
remember
that.
in one of your videos, you said that you did the first
Mm.
biopsy and then you went something, and you did a second biopsy.
That is, you're not allowing me to talk.
Okay, okay, sorry.
Let me see. Yeah,
Sorry,
you are
we're
fast
just
forwarding.
sorry, I'm talking like this.
Yeah, you're
It's a
fast
little
forwarding. Let
bit
me explain.
tense,
Let me take
and
it one
I
step at a
just
time.
want us
Yes,
all to be clear because it's not
yes.
not
Let me
not really
explain.
clear.
It's my story. Let me explain. I'm not going to start lying about medical conditions. I went July. It was like after the biopsy, it was not cancerous.
After the
As of,
biopsy, it was
yes,
not
it was not
cancerous.
cancerous. Yes,
Mm.
as of
That means it
July,
was a
August
benign lump.
last year. I don't know what they call it, but it was not cancerous. So I now told the doctor, I am not ready to take out the lump because I have a lot going on with me, right?
Mm.
Can I take time? He said, okay. And that was where a lot of my friends were blaming me that you don't leave a lump. As soon as you see the lump, you take it out. A lump is not supposed to be on your boobs. Blames from friends. Because I told him I don't want to come to the hospital. He said, okay, since it's not cancer, I allowed it. Went about my normal business. Then early January this year,
I went back to the doctor and said, okay, I am ready. Let's take out the lump. He now said, we now have to do another biopsy. We're not going to use the one we used in July.
Right.
I ran another biopsy. It was that biopsy that now says it is now cancerous. In
Okay.
fact, sorry, let me say something. The first time before they took the biopsy, they have already told you that it's either it comes out cancerous or not cancerous.
Mm-hmm.
And they're already prepping you with the both. So as of before the biopsy came out
They
two
are
to three
prepping you
weeks,
for, say that again.
when I say prepping, they're already giving you like a tutor, cancer, this is what it's like. I don't know if you get like a pep talk. Maybe I'm using the wrong medical word, but like a pep talk, giving you an idea. Okay, this is what you might be expecting. If it is not cancerous, I don't know the name you call it, but that's what they call. But I can't recall the name.
You're correct.
Right?
Cancer,
Yeah.
yeah.
So as of before the result came out, I had already slimmed down because,
What's
like I
slimming
said,
down? Just the thought of it.
cancer, cancer. It's and for
Yeah,
me
it
as a
happens.
person, yes,
Mm-hmm.
I think I cried out because I told God that if you see me through this, I am going to shout it loud and make it an awareness because I had no clue.
Mm.
There's a difference between you have malaria, you know you can take drugs. I don't have
Right.
an idea. And that's what I'm still saying. A lot of
Okay.
people are saying, no, I was completely ignorant. So immediately the doctor said, when we check, if it's not, I had already slimmed down before the 3 weeks came out for the biopsy. When it
Okay.
came out, it wasn't cancerous. So I think the biggest
So
mistake
when
and
it
why I
came
don't
out,
want
it wasn't cancerous. Is that
The
what you
cancerous,
first
said?
yes, the
one.
first, yes, the first one
Okay, the
as of
first
July,
one.
yes.
Okay.
So I don't want to start calling names because I don't want to get sued. But personally,
Well,
I
well,
went
well.
back.
Let me correct something here. You are the
Let me
patient.
explain. You will
Sorry, sorry,
correct.
sorry.
Just
No, no. Before you continue, you are the patient. You have a right to share whatever thing you want to share with the public. Actually, the person that does
I
not have
want.
a right to share anything is your health provider. That's
Okay.
why in the hospital, everything, your privacy is respected. But
Doctor,
you as a
nurse,
person,
because you are nurse, that's why I've given you 10 minutes. So everybody has 2 minutes. There
sorry,
are
Yes, please. Let me just let me
160
round. Let me round this up.
so at
You
what
know.
stage did you know that you had stage 4 cancer? And then you
She
Hold
came
on.
has
online.
most
corrected
nurses
that.
Hold
are
She
not
on.
has
stage 4.
Hold
corrected
on.
that.
She has
She has
Yes,
addressed
Don't
corrected
it.
but
let
the
that.
me.
doctor,
No. Let's finish.
when you do your biopsy, right? It should be they should be able to know if the cancer cells are in a particular place, or it has spread maybe to the lymph
Hold on.
nodes, right?
Hold
Or
on.
it has
Let
spread.
me.
That's how we calculate stages.
Let
So
me
the
explain.
doctor should be able to tell you that you're a stage 1 cancer, or you're in stage 2. And if you're
There
in a
was no.
stage 1, the fastest treatment is to have you, let me take your word, amputate. Okay, for you to have to, pardon me, I'm just trying to lighten up the, right? Okay, that's the fastest treatment. And then you're not on chemo, you're not on radiation therapy. It's
Let me.
not
Let
really
me
so aligning for me.
She has,
allow me speak.
blessing, speak. Nurse, before you say anything, there are so many things Blessing has apologized for when she first came. One, that stage 4, we all bashed her for it. Two, the cutting of the hair. We've,
Okay.
we've addressed. You see, the problem is we've been on for
So
almost
what
3
stage
hours.
is the doctor? What stage did the doctor tell her?
There's no stage yet. That's
No
what she
stage.
just
They had
said.
not.
You see, can
After
you
a
really tell?
biopsy?
Hold on. Can you really tell staging from a biopsy?
At that point, they should have sent her for a PET test at
There's
least.
only one place in the whole Nigeria, in the whole West Africa that does PET CT. Is Mekio Oshodi.
Yes.
And she's in Lagos now,
So
I
she's in
guess.
I'm
Lagos
not in
now,
Lagos.
She wasn't in
possibly to
Lagos.
do all these tests.
It is
Okay.
Daddy Freeze that is now giving me a heads up. Okay, let's do it here. This is here. And that is what is delaying whatever I'm doing right now.
So
Because Daddy
I,
Freeze
I
said, no.
In all
I think I've
fairness,
taken a
I
lot
was
of
the
time.
one that said,
I
let
would
us
have even
have a
said
second
something,
opinion in Lagos.
right?
Hold on.
Blessing,
Daisy,
you
hold
have
on.
some
Nurse,
documentation. You don't need to share
nurse.
it with the world. Just
Mhm.
show it to Daddy Freeze alone. Just show Daddy Freeze. You don't necessarily need to show the whole world. This is my result, oh, and just show in confidence. Daddy Freeze does not have to come and post it.
Nurse, what's your name?
My name is Nadima.
Nedima. She's in Lagos. Can you read a pet city? I can read a pet city if I see a pet city. What you look for is uptake. I
Right.
know how to read I can read pet city. You understand? Shebi, she will go and do pet city. Abi?
Mm.
Shebi, I don't, you see, where she's coming from is Enugu, and I'm not sure of anything there. She did Lagos now. Abi, she go do pet city. There's only one place in the whole Nigeria that does pet city, and it is Mekio Oshodi in the whole of West Africa. Why is it in Oshodi? Because when the aeroplane lands in the
Yeah.
airport, instead of coming to Ikeja or Kaduna, you just go to Oshodi is the closest place to the airport from the
Closest.
city. That's why, because there was a doctor friend of mine who used to work in Mekio. When I asked him, I said, what about your clients in Banana Island? Why do you want them to come to Oshodi? He said, Oshodi is central because this is the only system in the whole of West Africa. I've been to that facility before. The concrete wall is this thick, because it's, PET CT uses radioactive material. So what does the
Right.
PET CT do? They are going to inject her with a sugar solution that is radioactive, and then they are going to run a CT scan on her. And then, because cancer cells are sugar-loving cells, they are going to look for the optics. That is
Um,
PET CT basically.
Daddy
So
Freeze,
if
I want
she
to say
comes to
something.
Lagos,
Can
sorry,
I say something
before you say,
about this
say
PET
it.
He's still
CT scan?
talking now. He's still talking.
Let me finish.
Because okay,
A PET CT cannot lie now. Can PET
no,
CT lie?
what I'm
That is
saying
more
is that
accurate as far as
you
I'm
can
concerned.
actually say a cancer stage without a PET CT.
Yes, but
When
PET
it's
CT will give us.
early, if it's a stage one, everybody cannot afford a PET CT. A doctor can actually tell you if you're a stage one, a stage two. It's when it's getting to, I stand to be corrected, but it's when it's getting to like 3 or 4, that's when you necessarily need a PET CT. But between 0 and 1 and 2,
That's why I want
just
a
a
doctor in here.
biopsy, just
That's
a
why I want a doctor
biopsy.
in here. The
That's what
difference
I'm
between
saying.
stage one
Just
and
a
stage
bio,
two.
because I have personally nurtured cancer patients, not one, not 50. Personally, like personally, right? Not like close people, but in the hospital, both abroad and in Nigeria. So I can actually say a little bit, but I stand to be corrected. When the cancer is early, a biopsy, even a mammogram, can actually ascertain, has this thing moved? Because the stage is
Nurse,
about the
nurse
moving.
IJ. Maybe your name is
Nedima.
IJ, Abi.
Nothing Nedima.
Unedima. Very good. She's in Lagos. I will personally see to it that she goes to see an oncologist.
An oncologist.
And whether it is mammogram, MRI, PET
Yeah.
CT,
Texas.
X-ray, there's one they call immuno. What do they call this thing? Oh? There's another test that they do for try. Let me try and remember. Oh.
You want
Ah.
me to Google to check?
No. Yeah, you can Google immuno. I'm trying to remember to think. Immunohistochemistry.
Okay. Oh, is that what you're trying to get?
Yes, immunohistochemistry. They are going to, every doctor will recommend a series of tests and imaging.
And she didn't do any.
I don't, you see,
Not
what we are
yet.
going to do now is we will, like I said, there's going to be a committee, a panel. is going to go and do all this. Blessing, I swear to God, if you not get this cancer, me, I know they talk again, no.
It's fine, Daddy Freeze.
Because the amount of dragging, they don't drag me. Come be like, say, now me and you planners on to say me will get money.
Yes, because Daddy Freeze, we are not even allowing her answer questions.
No, you have been answering her questions
No,
since.
Oh,
when you
she's been
started, I
nice.
started from the beginning. You were not allowing her answer questions.
So let
But
us,
I understand.
let us,
I
and
totally understand.
Okay, DF, like I said, I had experience about these B lumps too
Mhm.
earlier, I think 2018. So I also noticed a lump on my right knee, and it was even Limi Hospital I used in Abuja. So when I got there and I told them, they actually check. They did X-ray, and the doctor physically examined me as well.
Okay.
And after the examination, they told me, oh, they need to do that. Uh, is it biopsy you were talking about?
Mm.
Yeah, I need to do it.
Mm.
And they actually did. So they told me it wasn't cancerous. But at the same
Then I
time, I was advised that they need to take it off. And
right
me,
immediately
yes,
to take
with the
off the
kind of
lump,
person
not the
I
breast,
am, I
just the
didn't
lump.
delay. I
Right.
just asked how much will it cost me to take it off? And that time it was
How
about
the
a
lump of
hundred.
the Bobby?
Sir?
No, no, to take off the lump.
No, to take out the which Bobby. So no, it was the law. I think then it was about 200 or 200 or something to take it out. And immediately I booked for it and I did it. And it was very seamless. My eyes were open and they did it. They took it out and they said they are going to further investigate if it has. After taking it off, so I was given a date to come back, to check the results again after the biopsy. Again. And I went and they said it's fine. There's nothing wrong. You are good. But I took it off. So
So that was what,
when she
yeah,
talked
that was
about the
what,
process, I believed her because this was the process I also passed through. But
that was
mine
what
was
I was
not
trying to,
cancerous.
sorry. Yeah, that
DF,
was
at this
what I
point,
was,
I need to go.
so thank you
Blessing,
so
I
much.
wish
God
you
bless.
well. Please
Thank you so
make
much.
another video to apologize. You
Yeah,
said you
Think
have
I support
taken
what J-Lo is saying. I think the
you
public
have taken
an
out,
apology.
the account number. Let people know that, okay, when people were bashing, and because you have not seen the results, properly, you have taken out your account details from the internet. So no money is coming in for you again. But of course, after everything, if it comes out that this thing is what it is, you cannot come, even with the help of DF and us, we cannot say, okay, you cannot bring out your account details, put it back in the public. This is the result. But at that time, you should be willing to share your result, except if you don't want
please, she should
public
just share
donation
it with, she should
again.
share the results with DF. As simple
Now,
No,
as
she
that.
cannot.
see,
If she's
hold
asking
on.
for public fund,
Any
she
result
will
she
share
shares
it.
with me,
We
I
believe
cannot
we
confirm.
believe that the
Now
freeze.
that he's in Lagos, if she shares it,
That the freeze. If she shares
listen to
her
me now.
results
Let me
with you,
talk. Listen,
eh?
let me talk.
We will
Listen,
believe, we will
hold on.
contribute more.
Let me
He's
talk.
talking.
If she sends me a Mercure PET CT scan, then I
Okay.
can believe that because I
Okay.
can call Mercure.
Yes.
Okay.
So whatever hospital in the past, let's give blessing a benefit of
But
the doubt.
benefit of the
Whatever
doubt, yeah.
hospital in the past we cannot ascertain, Mercure is the biggest diagnostic center in the whole
So
Nigeria.
so let me ask a question. What
Okay.
if
DF, I'm going
after
now.
after
Blessing,
checking, sorry,
I
just a
get
quick
well
word.
quick. I
What
hope
if
this
after
is
checking and
not
And
as
one thing,
bad
nothing is
as
I'm
you
there?
leaving you as moderator,
think.
J-Lo.
Amen. Amen.
Bye.
J-Lo. I need somebody that will moderate. Because the problem is once we have two people that are asking questions, before you know it, everywhere will get rowdy. So, nurse, if you are going to wait, you are going to moderate. You've asked your questions.
No problem, sir.
So let me bring other people who ask their questions. When two people are asking, everything will now be. That's why I wanted one person
Okay.
and a moderator.
Okay.
So as she don't run now, let us invite. I'm looking for a doctor, please. If you are an oncology nurse, if you are a medical doctor, if please, all my friends that are doing interior now and hair and fashion, no be today, be una day. You understand? And be kind, be kind, be kind. No matter what. If blessing is lying, now me go call him out. I don't talk my own. Blessing no seem needs to know well too much. So let us give her the benefit of the doubt. We are going to run the test here in Lagos. Someone said I wish John was here. We need nurses and doctors. Apropos doctor, please, if you can help us, no vex. If you can join and help us, you understand. There was one doctor that was talking to me in DM now. I'm a doctor. I sent him request, he not Greek come. Some people share. Ben, is you I'm talking
There
to
is
your name is
somebody
Ben.
said, Holler of Abuja, DF, bring me up. I'm a doctor.
Who is that?
On the in the comment section, Holler of Abuja.
Can you just send me a request? Somebody say I'm a mechanic, automatic doctor, automotive doctor. Who be the doctor again? Send a request, please. Or just type something. Let me be able to type you. We have a nurse already. I will not bring anybody that is not a doctor up. But I don't trust her. That's why, see,
Okay, somebody, this sexy Amanda 22. I'm a doctor in the UK. Bring me up.
sexy
Please, can
Amanda,
you
send me
send
a
in
request.
send the Amanda? Can you send a request to the freeze, please?
Please, I'll be so grateful. Sexy Amanda,
This person said I'm an animal doctor. Please, you don't need an animal doctor.
don't need animal doctor or car doctor. Now, woman doctor we need.
Hey, we have one doctor, Dr. Nubi Peter, said I'm busy at work. I'm a doctor. Please, doctor, if you can give us like just 2 minutes or
So
3
what's the use
minutes.
of you telling us that you are busy at work? Just Judy. I'm a doctor in India. Mighty Rand. That don't look like rapper. Say name na Rand. Please bring in doctors. We have enough evidence already against blessing lies. Do you need a native doctor?
If a
No.
Proco doctor can come up, that would be great.
That would be beautiful.
Yes, please. If we can keep tagging a Proco doctor,
Sexy,
that would
what's
be
her
nice.
name? Sexy lady. You did not send any request.
Sexy Amanda. I doubt if she's a doctor, though. I don't
Uh,
know. I'm not so sure.
Now, somebody said this, and I pinned it. That the freeze, I hope you also know this is putting your own career in the line because if you tamper with the
Exactly.
proposed test,
Exactly.
although it no go easy.
Exactly.
So I can't tamper with the proposed test.
No, but no, Daddy Freeze, we trust you.
Don't even trust me.
No, me, I
That's
trust
why
you.
me, I'm trusting Mecure. I am
Like
shouting Mecure
when I
over
say I
again.
trust you, I know that you will not tamper with the results. Actually. COJ, please, if you're a real medical doctor, can you please send a
Now, let me also
request?
tell you something. And Blessing is here. When Blessing first told me that she got this diagnosis in Nugu, I was reluctant. And I told Blessing to come to Lagos. Blessing said she doesn't have flight money. That was before she raised money from the public. I was willing to cover her flight. I said, Blessing, come to Lagos. At least the basic early stage. I even talked to some oncologists that were ready to at least help for free. Then Blessing went to raise money. You understand? So, from my experience with Blessing, I think she herself did not have too much this particular period. So, what I believe in, I trust Macure. I keep saying Macure. Come be like say my papa gets shares for the company. I know Macure cannot give you a Macure has they spent $20 million setting up only that Oshodi cancer center. 20 million US dollars. That's what I heard. Of course. So that's the only center in West Africa. So if Blessing go Macure say she not get cancer, then she not get. And if they say she get, it means say she gets. You understand? You guys don't know how big Macure is. Macure is not a hospital, a clinic in Enugu. Macure is the only, I repeat this over and over again, the only pet city center in West Africa. And that's why I'm personally insisting on Macure. So you understand what they talk?
Right.
So let us have, I personally believe Blessing can lie with everything. Can the human being lie with cancer not play?
Exactly.
You should never
Exactly.
treat cancer before for your family.
No, I don't even wish it for her.
I swear to you, I feel put my money say this girl get cancer. Just because nobody plays, I swear
Any
I'll be so
cancer.
disappointed if I find out that Blessing is playing with, because they don't use them. They don't. But if you don't ever see person go through chemo, hey, I have a friend. He finished doing chemo a year ago. He's still dealing with the symptoms, the aftermath of the chemo.
Right. Because it kills the good and the bad cells. It kills
When
the
I
good
was
and the
going for the
bad
chemo, I
cells.
sat in there. I said, "These are the things you expect." Novex. I have an understand. I've explained to you as an 11-year-old. I was reading medical book. I said, the doctor said, no, it's nothing. I said, Baba, you experience this, you experience this, you experience this. Luckily, the particular drug that they gave him, I was studying that drug in 2001 when they first approved it. It was initially a Bobby cancer drug, but they approved it for other cancers.
Right.
I saw the story online, and because they read cancer book as small picking, I just followed up the story. I was like, oh wow, okay. So I knew all the reasons why they did not approve this particular drug for this treatment. So I said, Baba, not let anybody like you. You go experience this.
Right.
1 year later, we are still dealing with the issues.
Daddy Freeze, let me even say something. What if the doctor it was a wrong diagnosis?
That's all the false positive. Possibly, yes. And that
Because
is
honestly,
why
that is what I honestly I can't wish it for even my worst enemy. It's
my darling sister,
I don't
if
wish
it
it
is a false
for her.
positive, my darling sister, I keep forgetting your name.
Nedima.
Nedima, I swear to God, I'm going to follow you. Me and you are going to become friends
You're
because
my friend now. You're following me, I'm following you.
okay, I will start to call you because you are part of this committee. We all think Why
I
am
just
I
pray it's not
suggesting? Why am I suggesting a totally different doctor and a pet city?
right. Because it could just be lump
Second
that could
opinion.
just be removed and is benign and she's good.
Yeah, second opinion.
You know?
I have
No,
a
no, no,
family
no.
member.
Cancer, God
Let
forbid.
me tell you my story. This is my family member. This is not outside. As a matter of fact, let me tell you what Tastebud's mom. Tastebud's mom had treated cancer. And that particular period in my life, I used to drive her to the hospital because the first time when the doctors talk, I go talk. They go say no, make I shut up. Then later they will come do that thing where I say make I do. Now so the woman say you must follow me every time I'm going to the hospital. But it got to a point where I used to beg. I say, Mommy, these are doctors. Me, I just get idea. Let's say no, until you approve it, I'm not doing.
Doing it. Yeah.
I used to drive this woman every day of the week to go and do radiotherapy. In Surulere. Every day, Monday to Friday, for 3 months. So it was me and my Nasumi and my mother-in-law. They come close. She, at a point, she couldn't handle the chemo again. I was the one that used my clipper to shave her head. When the hairstyle, the hair does not
Falling
fall
off.
out at once. It will be
No,
parting.
no,
There'll
small,
be hair
small.
here,
Yeah,
there'll be hair
right,
here, there'll be hair here, there'll be hair
right,
here.
right,
You understand? So one
right.
day we looked at her head, I just brought clipper and I shaved. And let me
The
tell you, her
whole
own case
thing.
was so bad. I was cancer inside COVID period.
Yeah, I lost a younger sis, not a blood related, but
Mm.
a neighbor. She was 25. A boon. May her soul rest in peace. Like, it was painful.
So let me tell
Um,
you the story because I'm getting somewhere. Sorry, my darling, no
no
vex.
problem, sir. No problem,
So
sir.
what now happened was when we finished the treatment, we told her, Mommy, be doing tests too. People, God don't deliver me, God don't. That's why she not did
Yes,
test
you
for
have to
like
keep.
3 years. So one day for Port Harcourt, we just say, go and do test too. She came back with stage 4. As in, they ran MRI, they saw, I don't want to give out a person's
Right,
health
right,
information.
right,
They saw
right,
some things, and with the size and the
right,
everything,
right.
stage 4, let's start chemo next week. So she called me up and said, let's start chemo next week. She sent me the diagnosis. The oncologist, even on my phone. So I called the doctor. I said, how did you get the staging? He said, MRI. I said, I'm not sure you can get accurate. That did you run a biopsy? He said, no, that MRI is okay, that they use it. Me and my wife now thought about it. Said, we know what? We'll spend money. Let her come to Lagos. Let's do a PET CT.
Right.
I talked to all my friends who are oncologists, blah, 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 blah. This woman did not have cancer. They were about to start chemotherapy.
Yeah. In fact, a lot
From
of people have been
stage
started on
4, if I look at the
chemotherapy,
result
and
and we
they
find it, she was diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic cancer that had metastasized to her lungs.
wow, wow.
We ran a positron emission tomography. We ran a CEA. You know what
Okay,
CEA
yeah,
is?
see, yeah,
We ran a CEA. Everything was
clear.
normal. So when Blessing said all this, I say, calm down. The same thing I could do for my
Because
family.
even telling you, I've seen
Mm.
patients that they have HIV, but they didn't know. They are healthy, they are good. The moment you test and you tell them, Mr. O, you are HIV positive, immediately it starts showing. It could be what's going on with Blessing as well, right?
Absolutely. So me
It's
as
still
her friend,
possible,
me as
So
her
so let
friend,
me clear something again
yes,
too, right? Um because I've seen real patients, right? I I have sympathy, I have empathy. I'm a human being, right? Any of my patients watching me, they can actually attest to that. Okay. The reason why it's like this, actually, blessed, I'm so sorry, is because of the whole. I feel that if it was another person, you will actually, feel like that. Okay. So pardon us if we are like that, but we sympathize. I don't even want you to have it. I want it to be a wrong name that they gave you. I want it just to be, maybe you have lump. They will just take off the lump. There are 15-year-olds that have lump, they take it out, it's not cancerous, it's benign, nothing. That is what I pray and I wish for you, honestly and sincerely, right? Yes, we have questions because you made us to actually think like that. Okay, but I want to bring in my medical. We've seen things actually. It could be that the name given to you was wrong, that there was absolutely not, like the free said, you could run a PT and it's actually nothing. And it could just be, are you having any symptoms? Are you having any symptoms? Any symptoms right
Mm,
now? Because it
sometimes
could
I
just
have
be, you have what?
spine, my spine.
Fine.
I can't lie down for too long.
Okay.
Then I have
So the
swelling on my
best
leg.
lying position is your two sides, your left, your you can just alternate it. Okay. That will help as well. Hello.
There was a time I talked to Blessing on the phone, video call. I told her to try and see if she could find any enlarged swellings around her neck area.
Armpits.
Armpits, neck.
Touch your
So,
armpits. If there is
Blessing, do you have any like lumps? You know, there
any
was a
lump,
time I did video call with you. I was
just
asking you, check inside your armpit to see if you can find little balls.
yes, just go round.
Those are your lymph nodes.
Mm. That's where
If
you
your
have
lymph
your
nodes
lymph
are
nodes.
enlarged, then that can indicate a more advanced staging of
Yes,
cancer.
yes, exactly. But like Daddy Freeze, like you said, everybody that is saying, "Oh, it's a lie, you're lying," please don't be angry with anybody. It's just because of the way it was brought out to us, okay? But like Daddy Freeze said, you understand. We don't want you to be sick. We don't want it. We have a lot going on in the country for one of us to now be sick and cancer. We don't want it, okay? Whatever thing as in like I saw somebody saying, you've lied, and me, I'm not all for all of those. I'm all for your health, okay? So we're praying for you. I'm hoping for a positive response, not this thing we are actually moving about, okay? But like Daddy Free said again, I'm big in integrity. I'm very big in that, okay? You're dealing with the public, right? I think you owe the public an apology, okay?
Okay.
Apology for coming out to tell us, oh, you have a stage 4. You understand? In fact, I wrote a comment somewhere. I said, as a nurse, that you are how did I put it? I think the healthiest cancer stage 4 patient I've ever seen. I've had a lot of patients die, okay, at that. All
Sorry,
right.
hold on 1 second. Madam, are you a doctor, nurse, anything? You just send requests. You don't know what they talk about. Are you a doctor, a nurse? This
It's
is the
out.
problem I have with social media.
So, like I
They are
said,
general they stand. You bring them on, they'll come gentle.
integrity, they said a good name is better than any money in this world. And so I'm big in integrity, okay? So you owe
Very
Nigerians, anybody abroad, anywhere, you owe everybody an apology. So probably you do a video, all right, to actually say, I don't have stage 4. Nobody told me I had stage 4 cancer.
I don't know the
I
stages.
don't know the stage. 1. Number 2, it was out of fear. I had to shave my hair.
Thank you.
Number 3, I am so sorry, Nigerians, that I put up an account details, right? Because they've not even given you the cost. We don't have like a range we are looking at. You don't even know the amount. What is the money for? There is nothing like that. So these are the explanations I feel you owe us as Nigerians. The people that have given money, the people that have not given
Please, the
money.
person that just joined, reduce that music. That music is copyright. Please, please, please.
Okay, so the person that gave money or the person that didn't give money, okay, just for integrity's sake, all right. And then, like Dr. Free said, we'll go ahead, we'll do the PT scan,
And
okay. And I'm praying, honestly, I don't wish it for you. I'm praying that it's just a lump, it's just a benign lump, that you probably
If
just
it's
do
not enough, they
a
go drag
surgery.
everybody. Oh.
No need dragging her. If she
Ah,
apologizes, Daddy Freeze, let me say this. People take it's just because of the things that has happened in the past, and then you blessing you drag people as well, so so for me, I think that's it. Just clear it, apologize to Nigerians, and then we pray and hope that it's just not cancerous, that is just a lump that you just do a surgery and take it out. Okay? I wish you all the best. I'm staying back for
Yes,
moderation.
sorry. Can I
And
just resume my
before you talk, Olaoluwa, I want to I never beg anybody for my life before. Now dobale I did. Here they see. I did dobale for now. Now dobale I did. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Now dobale I did. I beg you. Let us give this lady a chance. Make-cure cannot corroborate lies.
Right.
Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
We are going to send her to a proper cancer center that will not indulge lies. Can we give her 1 week?
Right.
It takes 5 days. Positron emission tomography CTs take 5 days. Usually 5
Right.
working days in Nigeria.
Mm.
I may be wrong. You
It
can
might
get.
be more. It might be more.
It's 5 days usually. I have a bit of idea.
Okay.
So by the time we add 5 days, by the time we add when she sees an oncologist, let us just give her 10 days. Within that 10 days, we would have formed the. Now, beg at the beg all of you now. 10 days is all I ask you. 10 days. Ojo mewa. How do they say 10 in Igbo?
Iri.
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 Iri. How do they say days?
Hey, Daddy Freeze.
How do they say day? Day in Igbo.
Day. Oh,
Hey,
but
this girl don't even sabi Igbo. Hey, Mogbe.
Daddy
So
Freeze, don't do this to me today. Yeah, I
it is
think too
God
much.
I'm using to beg you. 10 days. Within those 10 days, we will have clarity on Blessing's case.
Right.
We will have a PET-CT report from a reputable diagnostic center, the best in Nigeria today. Cannot be tampered with, because we are now going to have a committee of lawyers and doctors that are going to examine this. We will convene again in 10 days. I will not advise Blessing to share her personal details with the public, but there must be a team that will sit
That
down
was
and deliberate
right.
and look at this and say, okay, we have come to the conclusion that she does not have cancer, or we have come to the conclusion that she has cancer.
Cancer.
And at this stage, this is how much we need to treat the
The
cancer.
cancer.
So if we
Right.
come up and the whole fee is now 18 million and Blessing has 12 million,
We know
we
we are
will
looking for
raise
6
a
million.
further 6 million.
Right.
And if the treatment is going to be 6 million and Blessing has 12 million, we will put aside an extra 2 million, making 8 million for logistics and all.
Right.
The
Right.
remaining 4 million will be given to another person. Blessing,
Right.
agree with this.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
promise you're going to be transparent with your funds. And a
Yes.
team that will
I
be
will.
selected. Belinda is not a joke. Belinda will
Ah, we saw her.
cross-examine
I
you.
love
Belinda will cross-examine you. So when
DS,
we have our
DS, can I quickly say something, please? I have to
before
go
you
and sit
talk,
down
let
on
me
the
finish.
music.
Before you talk, let me finish. I want everybody to be here with us. Guys, please. Before we start throwing accusations, she's coming with cancer, can we
just give
run
the 20.
proper tests?
Right.
If she go make her go do PET-CT, and she goes to see an oncologist, and they run all the necessary imaging and diagnostic tests. Ordinary CEA, once you see an elevated CEA, you already know that something is wrong.
Right. Something is wrong.
As simple as a simple blood test, CEA,
See, right.
you will see the elevation. Once you see the elevation, you know there's something wrong. So we can't have all those imaging, all those from people that you know that this is a reputable cancer center. And then we can all come and hold a life. At least, you know, if me, I lie because I'm Blessing CEO's friend, I'm Blessing CEO lies. When I know say Belinda no go lie.
I no go lie too.
You two no go lie. So we need people on ground. We need this committee to be formed. And then, guys, are you willing for this? 10 days, and in between, you plan the next step. Can you see people? If you are not happy with the 10 days, tell me that we're not giving her 10 days.
No,
Look
so
at
please
my
let me
hand.
speak as a Nigerian,
Sorry,
please.
sister, please can I just want just one thing to say, dear.
Okay, okay.
Okay, hello everyone on the live. Hi, Person CEO. I'm really wishing you the best, and I'm hoping that you don't have what everybody has said you have, or what the
Amen.
doctors have said you have.
Amen.
But I just want to talk on from the angle of misdiagnosis in Nigeria. I know of two people that were misdiagnosed. I
Right.
have a friend, she had a baby, she was breastfeeding her baby. She noticed that the baby wasn't really taking the milk. Then later on, the color of the milk changed.
Changed,
She didn't
right.
want to take herself to the doctor because everything was good, everything was okay with her. Her and her husband, they got into an argument, and reluctantly, this healthy looking girl went to the doctor. They found she had cancer. Unfortunately for her, um, they did the mastectomy. That's the cutting of the breast. They did it
Immediately.
in Nigeria. As I'm not kidding, in Abuja, one of the big hospitals in Abuja. I think they said they have lots of top pitch doctors there. I don't know the name of the hospital, I've forgotten right now. They cut it off immediately in Nigeria. Then she wasn't getting better. Her husband flew her to Dubai. Do you know when they got to Dubai? Doctor said the procedure in Nigeria was too harsh, that the condition hadn't gotten to the point where they cut off
Out of the
the breast.
breast.
So I'm just trying to say here that please, kindness really matters right now,
Right.
especially in Blessing's case. We have all done bad things in the past. We have all wronged one or two people. Let us be kind. There's a possibility that maybe she has been misdiagnosed,
It's
you know,
possible. Very
or because
possible.
I know one other person
The
again. It
possibility
was
is so
liver
high.
cancer.
That's why
In
I
Nigeria, they said,
seconding the fact
see,
that
sis,
DF is
sorry,
saying
I'm making
there's
my hair,
too
so I have
high.
to run.
Hmm.
They said that this person had liver cancer. This person went to the UK to get checked, and unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Yes, he had a bit of fatty liver and all of that going on, but that wasn't the case. Now the person is healed. So sometimes, as DFR said, let us have another
A
opinion.
second
Let us
opinion.
check again. Exactly. Let
Right.
us check again. But
Right.
honestly, I don't pray you have that. My father just passed from cancer, and I know what he went through in his last few. Like my father went jogging in the morning. These things don't show sometimes. That's why we have to do our checks all the time.
Very
My dad
well.
went jogging in the morning. He came back from jogging and he said he had a pain in his back. His doctor friend said you should do jumping jacks. My dad was doing jumping jacks when he fell to the ground, and since then he didn't get up. Unfortunately, he passed in December. Only 6 months after the surgery, he was diagnosed with stage 4. Only six months after surgery, my dad is no more today. So please, sometimes cancer doesn't show. It doesn't tell us this is cancer. The earliest person can walk into the clinic today, go to the doctor, and they tell you, oh, this is what it is. So let us be kind, okay? DF, I have to go. All right. Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
thank
Bye.
you, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you. Um,
So
so
DF,
we
let's go
all
by
agree.
what you said. I think for
Yes.
me, 10 days is fine. Okay, to get a second opinion. While we are hoping for the best, that it's not cancer, but let's just get this and put out this. Sis, remember that the freezes career and integrity and everything is on the line. Okay, and I saw the way he's trying to even defend you. I follow for comment section where they talk, say that the freeze leave blessed to actually talk.
They don't cost me tire on top this
Yes, I
matter.
follow. Okay, I know they cost, but I was like, DF, leave her to talk now.
Mhm.
Okay, so please, no shame, Amu. I won't be, personally, I won't be happy.
Let's make I prostrate for you too. Now, God, I take beg
Okay,
you.
please. If it's not true, you understand. Maybe you just talk to Daddy Freeze and then maybe he knows how to bring it out to Ross again. But if it's true, like based on what that this is what the doctor said to you. Because let me say something again, Daddy Freeze. If we go for another test and it turns out that there is no cancer, Nigerians will still want to see the first one. Okay? So that's why I keep saying if you can just show Daddy Freeze All right, the person that is putting in his life, his career, everything, integrity and everything for you, right? Maybe you can just show him, then we'll go for a second opinion. For me personally, as a healthcare person, I don't wish it for you. You will not have it in Jesus' name. I don't want to bring in church, but it is not your portion. Okay, it's not your portion. That's all I have to. And then you need to do that video, please, sis. You need to do
Okay.
that
I will.
video. You need to apologize to us. We deserve an apology on three things. I've said it before, so you need to apologize to us. It's very, very important. Okay?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sis.
Okay, we have Tolu, the beautiful Tolu in the building. Tolu, over to you.
Hi dear. Um,
Hi, Tolo.
hi. A blessing. I wish you all the best. I wish you don't have it, but
Amen.
like we said, misdiagnosis in Nigeria is very, very common,
It's very
and
common, yeah.
I think your biggest error. But then again, I understand at the same time a cancer diagnosis is a big. It's heavy. The word cancer is heavy. And when they give you that kind of diagnosis, you're scared, you're flustered, you don't know what to do, you're thinking, oh, maybe I should run to the public. Maybe, I think running to the public was a misfire. Maybe you shouldn't have. You should have just, waited
Manage it.
for a second opinion till you get
Get
all
the
the,
information right.
exactly, get all the
Right.
facts straight, maybe even start treatment before you now start,
Talking
sharing
about.
that kind of
That kind of
very personal information with the
sensitive and
public,
personal.
because the public is not a Nigerian public. Now that
We
with
are
this
angry.
experience,
We are angry, my
we are
sister.
not. We can be very
No, we are
mean
angry
and very.
right now.
We can be very brutal and very critical.
Right.
People are critical.
Because you're dealing with
Dissecting
people that have sense as well.
people. Exactly, people are
You're,
dissecting everything you
and there are
say.
people.
Exactly.
Once you,
Professionals are also, there are
right,
medical professionals in the house. People are looking at everything you say, every, gesture that, like, and say, oh, that shouldn't be right. A cancer patient shouldn't do that. You know, people are dissecting everything. And at this stage, you're scared, first of all. That's not what you need. You don't need that kind of scrutiny, from anybody, even if it's a wrong diagnosis. Fear breeds symptoms as well.
right.
So with your fear, you'd be scared. You should be at peace at this point, looking
Alternative and
tranquility,
treatment. What treatment plans and stuff.
Yeah. So, but since the deed is done, we just have to wait for your second opinion, as that Chris said. When you get a clear cut, and we're sure that okay, this is the diagnosis. If it's true or if it's not, then you can break it to the public and say, okay, I was misdiagnosed. I went to this
Yeah, this is
hospital
the
and
first one,
they told me,
and this is
that
the
this
second one. They need
right
to
and
Okay.
see. If not, even the second one, they will be like that she's been lying. Because all of this has to
exactly,
be cleared,
exactly,
right? This is the
exactly.
first one. You don't need to, we can cover up the hospital name, the doctor's name, but this is the first one. Like I
You
said,
see,
so
let
that
me
the
tell you
freeze
something
and
here.
a couple of
And you
Let's
can
leave
questions.
sue
the
the
first
doctor, the
one.
first doctor that
Hold on.
even diagnosed
Let's
you.
leave the
If it's a
first one.
misdiagnosis, you can
I
sue.
do not trust, I don't have confidence in any hospital outside Lagos, personally.
Mm.
I have confidence in Make I've mentioned their name. I know that Make will do a PET CT and be able to tell. Now, if you do a PET CT with Make nobody can drag Make.
Daddy Freeze, let me say something. Permission, sir.
Yes.
I agree with you 100%. But if this happens, right?
Yes.
Majority of people will still come back and be like that the first one
Then
was a
that one they are
lie.
stupid. Forget it.
No,
Because
no, that is first. You
the
can't say that they
question
are
is
stupid.
the
No, that is
question
first. I
is does
disagree
she
at this
have
point.
cancer? Yes or no? Has it been established that she has cancer by a competent
No,
diagnostic
that is
center?
freeze.
Let's leave the first one. No, no, no. There's no need
That
for
is
any first
freeze.
one.
That is freeze. Just
Yes.
hold on. Even if it was a wrong one that they gave out, it has to be cleared for integrity's sake. Because let me
Tolu, do
let
you
me let me
agree with
clear up
that?
something. I can come out and say, "Oh, I have
You
cough."
stop. You see, listen, she has not done a PET CT.
No,
Let
no,
us
no.
see the most,
But
what is the most
Daddy Prince, there is
advanced,
an
hold on.
account. There was an
What is the
account
most
put out for the
advanced
public.
test? What is the most advanced test for staging and determining
No,
carcinoma?
Daddy Prince, we're not
Please
saying
answer that question. What is the most advanced stage test?
yes. PET test, PET scan.
Good. So let her do the PET test. No need to talk again. Abitolu,
So, do you understand what
you
I'm
want to
trying to
ride
say? Daddy
Okada?
Prince is not coming down to understand what I want to
No,
say.
Tolu, it's like,
No,
listen,
do you
eh?
understand what I'm trying to
No,
say,
I
Tolu?
don't.
I don't
Because
know.
what
Do you
you're trying to do
understand
is you're
me?
trying to create story. There's one test that is superior to almost any other test, and that is a positron emission tomography CT scan. Let her do that test. Finish. No need to read doctor. See, at the end of the day, you're going to start bringing. There's only one test, one stop shop. Is the most
So, are
advanced
you
test.
aware that they are going to drag her
Daddy
if the
Prince, will
test comes out and
this
it's
test,
not
will
cancer?
this test show if it's in the beginning stages as
Yes,
well?
Yeah,
it will give us a
it shows
good
everything.
because the,
It
the,
Then
shows
the,
the
the,
state.
the PET
No,
CT
what I'm
is a
saying
CT
is,
scan, that will now show you the optics of cells that are acting, that have irregular metabolism.
abnormalities.
Normal metabol. That's what they are looking for. So they are going to. It's like running a CT scan, but this time a CT scan that shows every single part of your body, and where there are uptakes, the doctors are going to say, okay, there's uptake in this lymph node, there's uptake in this bone, there's uptake in the brain. You understand? They are going to check it. With that test, we don't need any other test except what the doctor will recommend, the oncologist in Lagos will recommend. So let us stop going. You see, you saying we should go and look for the old test is like you want drama. We
okay,
are giving you,
let's
No,
do
make
the
this
we
is
one
go,
where
that
I'm
you
coming
hold
right.
on,
from.
I say make we go
Because if
Ibadan.
the PET test,
Wait,
for
wait, I say
example,
make we go London. Aeroplane day. You say no, make we first ride Okada, go Cotonou.
no, Daddy Freeze, I think you're not getting me. What I'm trying to say is that let's assume in this PET test comes out that she does not
Negative,
have
right?
cancer.
Then we can now start looking at the first test.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
You're
but
saying
no
exactly
need
what
for the
I'm
first
saying.
test.
But the
No
major
need
thing
to.
is to do this PET test and get the result of this test and PET test is the most important.
Yes.
Do you understand? If you were not coming down to hear me out, Daddy Freeze.
No, because you see, let me tell you, me, I believe in moving forward. Okay, we don't reach here. From here, where do we
Yes, the
go?
PET test, we've all agreed. You said we agreed on 10 days. We all agreed. I'm
Good.
speaking
So
on
in
behalf
that
of
10 days, any other test they don't do in the past, let's forget about it. Let us
yes,
now run test
the
now.
the PET test
Do
and
you
any
understand?
other
Let us
test
run test and let us run a competent oncologist
review.
evaluation.
Right.
So we have
Makes
10
sense.
days. The oncologist might decide not to go through PET CT and decide to run another series of tests.
Yes.
Everybody will be taken along.
Right.
We open WhatsApp group, and inside that WhatsApp group, everybody will be there. Belinda will be there, and we are going to select Shupo will be there because I need somebody that can do leg work. So anybody that is going to volunteer and I go contribute money for una leg work, no be me go give una money. And when we find out, if we find out a blessing lie to us, may I publicly disassociate myself. I think that is a fair thing to do for me, and that's a
Right.
fair thing to do for this lady who has said she's going through something. Do you guys agree, or what do you think?
We'll leave the
See, I
public.
think Blessing was scared. That's first. I personally think she was scared, and she just run with it, with the whatever, Nigerian doctors can be very,
And the way they will give it to you
the way
is
they
not
will say,
funny.
and the fact they say, oh, it could be cancer, and if the cancer
Because I
happens,
heard her
your
saying stuff
hair, you
like
lose your
your hair will
hair,
start falling off
exactly,
without even starting the treatment.
without even thoroughly explaining. And sometimes when they give you that kind of thing, it's like you're in a trance.
Right.
You are not even really hearing what they're saying. It's just like everything when it's everything first blur, everything would really
First
first blur, you know. So I think Blessing was scared. I think a Blessing. Am I putting words in your mouth or?
I think
No,
the first thing,
no.
let's all, everything we are doing is assumption. While we are still praying that it's not it. Like Daddy Free said, let's do the pet tests, the oncologist, everything. 10 days, even 2 weeks, no problem. Let's get the
The
right
result.
results. I think that's it. It puts an end to all the back and forth, all the doubts, you know.
Mm.
And then sis, please don't forget that apology, very important. Oh,
Should I do it before the test or after the test?
yes, please, you need to apologize before anything. You talked about stage 4. You gave out an account. You had to cut your hair on camera. Please.
But let her do the test first. Let her just focus on the test,
Then
because if she
come
goes
with it.
ahead and it's like admitting guilt without or admitting that she doesn't even have cancer.
Daddy
So
Freeze,
it's
what do you
just
think about it?
I don't talk my own. I don't tell me to make I keep quiet. They
No, Daddy
insult me
Freeze,
for
not
YouTube.
talk on this one, this
They
particular one.
insult
Should
me for
she do the
YouTube.
apology before?
So they don't, as in, go and read the comments on YouTube. It's like
No,
YouTube people are especially dull.
I
I
think
think if you were saying people,
let
there's no
me.
way you don't get small sense
I
past
feel
YouTube.
it's better I apologize. As you're apologizing, you're showing something that is transparent.
exactly
Because
after.
now,
Hey, I like that.
Okay.
apart from the whole conversation we are having, and apart from that, the freeze, I think I understand social media. You people are depth. You people are empathy. These people are just waiting for Blessing to just say one thing. They fly
And
with
wrong
it.
with it.
They start to.
Mhm.
Let me, if I want to do this, let me come out once and let it go. I don't even intend to even come out to ask anybody for fund again. I will sort myself out because I
Blessing,
Daddy
realize
Freeze
that.
already told you. If
see,
at the
if
end
we
of the day,
know
this is it,
that there is,
Daddy Freeze said that we are going to raise funds for you.
Okay.
So that's
let
not a
us know
problem.
how much you need. Let us have a proper evaluation. Where is Belinda? Oh, Belinda, where is Belinda?
And then on the side, please don't take any all the help thing. Please don't.
Leave it.
Please do
Okay. So
your sour
herbs.
soup. You can take sour soup a lot. First thing in the morning, empty stomach is very good. Just
What did
on
you
the
say?
side. Sour soup.
Our
What?
shop
Shower
is
and
a
shop.
fruit.
Okay. Okay. I know.
Sour
I know.
soup.
I know. Sir. Yeah.
Yeah. And then take a lot of water.
Water. Okay.
Yes, a lot of
I know it.
water.
I know
All right. And then rest a lot.
it.
Okay. And then you can do your meditation, deep breathing exercises. It will help you as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
And just take your mind off it. Just look at it like there is nothing at this point. There's nothing.
Yeah,
Okay.
several people want to come up. Maybe people are still thinking.
I'm not sure I have the energy today. We're supposed to do our preaching. I think we've officially run out of. I've
Yeah,
officially run out
I'm
of
tired
energy for
too.
that.
I'm not feeling too fine.
We are
I'm
all tired.
exhausted.
Everybody has done it. I think we can call it. At the end of the day, people are always going to believe whatever it is they want to believe.
Oh, Victoria is here. Let me go.
Which Victoria is that?
Yama.
Okay, after Victoria, I'm going to bring you Victoria. Now, remember that I need you all to be human beings. We have said, somebody saying, then shut up, then. You know, go better for your papa, you know, go better for your mama. Any child where you born for this life, you know, go better for them. Waiting be the idiot name for YouTube. Director Danu. I don't tolerate that stupidity for this YouTube. You know what? I go lock the comments. That comment where you want comment, go comment out for your papa page. We are trying to. You see, my problem in Nigerians is once they want you hanged, they must hang you. And at the same thing where they do for Christ, they bring Barabbas, they bring Christ, they say, hang this one. Pilate say, nothing do. They say, no, they won't hang him. I'm not saying don't hang Blessing. I am saying let us establish that she's a criminal before we hang her.
Right.
The only way we can establish
It's going through this route you actually
the
mentioned.
proper route.
Right.
Let's stop sensationalizing this. Let's be human beings. This is sensationalism. We're using another person's plight to catch crews. Yes, Blessing came and over dramatized, and she has apologized for it, and she will apologize properly.
Yeah, that's why I had to speak on that part.
Why is my phone always? Sorry, let me turn my. How do
Victoria,
you
it's not
turn this
because it's you.
phone?
I didn't want to bring anybody to the live again.
Okay, turn the phone upside down. Abi? Good evening.
Yes.
Hi, sis. Good
Hi.
evening.
Hi. Good evening.
Hi, good
Good evening.
evening.
Hi. Hello. Okay, I've been listening to you guys, and I don't even know. I'm even confused right now, but I'm still not confused because I feel that how we should behave as people is when you have a situation that you're not sure of, you wait and be sure of it because you're not actually wishing that thing upon yourself.
Right.
I have had this thing the first time. It's not funny. I had cancer to the head, to my brain, right? It is not even funny. That is when I say I'm a miracle, I'm alive.
Thank
I'm a
you,
miracle.
Jesus.
Right.
Thank you,
So
Jesus.
it's and I'm still going through it all. I'm actually living with cancer, right? So it is
That I am
annoying.
aware of. Just the way Blessing confided in me, so did Victoria confide in me.
Yes,
Right.
I did, but I came with everything. I came with like I want to hear how people have managed theirs
Manage
and
theirs. Right.
see if because it's not something that even goes away. It doesn't even go away. That rubbish. It doesn't go away. It's like living with diabetes. You understand? It doesn't go away. So I was really, really livid. Like just I don't know how to say. It's not fair. And this is why a lot of people at times don't come out to say anything. It's like saying someone has mental health issues. I always say, don't say someone has mental health issues. If someone is behaving badly, don't call it because people genuinely have mental health
Health
psychosis.
issues.
They
Right.
don't want to do that. There's a
Mm-hmm.
difference between anger, behaving irrationally, and, you know, mental health issues. There's a
Right.
difference.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see
Right.
somebody behaving irrationally, don't say the
CMC
person
is
has. It's
here.
not fair.
My good
So
friend
when
CMC is
something is
here.
not happening, it's
Boss,
not
can
something
you
you wish
come
upon
down? Let me
yourself.
bring CMC.
Yes,
Sorry, no
please.
vex.
Yes.
CMC they here.
Who
And I
is
know say
yeah?
CMC they listen to me. So if I talk, you go here. Let's have a talk. No, yeah, continue what you are saying. I just wanted to
Yeah,
announce
so
that.
it's not something you wish upon yourself. Prior to that, most of the times we black people we have lumpy breast, right? We have lumpy
Bumpy
breast.
Bobby, call him Bobby.
Okay, lumpy Bobby. So a lot of time before they diagnose a woman of that thing, if you're from my ethnicity, then they do tests where they don't base it on mammogram alone. They base it on PETs and MRIs. Then they will do a genetic test again to make sure that what they are seeing, because through PET scan, the fact that it is yellow, like you said when we spoke, it doesn't mean that that is what it is. It could be something else. So that's the thing. It's not something it's not even something you do. It's like a millionaire winning millions. You hide yourself. There are certain things that will happen to you. You first of all hide yourself and be like, what? How am I going to go through this? That's why I called you and I said, oh, Daddy, please, you said your sister went through this thing. I gave you the numbers. Even for treatment, you are arguing with me, self. At the end of the day, the thing I told you I wouldn't do, I have to do it now because really and truly,
You.
yes, I
There were
have
things
to.
that you see. Ask Victoria. If there's anything I know, let me tell you things I know in this life. I know motor. I know watch. I know
Yes.
aeroplane. I know Bible. And I know cancer.
Yes, you did. You
If I
told me.
tell
You
you,
said
say, this is the type of treatment you will get, you will argue with me, you will do that treatment. Let me tell you a story. One of my family members that was a doctor, ran the test, showed me the results, and said she was not going to need chemo. Say you will need chemo. It's a lie. I say what I'm seeing, you will do chemo. Back and forth, she ended up doing chemo.
Yeah.
If there are some things I understand. To the glory of God, like I said, from when I was 11, I read the oncology book. I understand it. I don't understand it like a medical doctor. I don't
Yes.
understand it like
Oh no, you broke
so.
it down. You broke it down to me
But
like
if I read terminologies of cancer, staging, all those things, I understand it very well. So
yeah.
this Victoria that you are seeing here trusted me, and if there's anything, unless you tell me people with your mouth, say, "Nah, be this," I'm going to talk. Your
Because
secrets are
I'm
safe
finding a
with
way
me.
around it. I cannot come and tell people this is
You
a
understand?
situation. I am
So
still
just the
finding
same
a
way,
way around it.
Victoria, just the same way you trusted me and reached out to me, it's the same way Blessing too trusted me and reached out to me.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but
all our brother here,
she went a bit too
CSC,
far with the is this not my head that is this not my head? Yes, my hair is chopping, but
you
leave
where
it
you
for
dey
me
yap
like that.
me.
Leave it for me like that. I still go out.
See, can you hear?
I still try to live normal.
Mm.
Yes, the fatigue, you go to the gym, opportunity where I get, I travel, you know, just live life. I appreciate life. Yeah, because going on, blessing, you made it look like a joke. I didn't like it. I didn't like.
I'm sorry.
Sometimes somebody is in so much pain, you cry. You will cry. There's nobody to call. Who are you calling? Everybody is sleeping. You drink codeine. You will drink morphine. No,
He
I'm
gets some
sorry.
pain when
you
you
don't.
make it handle. Make God no let.
It's
And let
painful.
me tell you, all this body cancer, all this other cancer, na very good cancer. God no will let you see osteosarcoma. Now this one's not gonna be cancer.
Which one is that?
Hey, my brother, they say you dey yap me. What I do?
Daddy, please, you are antichrist.
I know, say I
Wait,
be
I'm coming.
antichrist. That's what I know.
You be
But what else?
antichrist. And
I know.
why I say you are antichrist is because, first of all, me and Blessing don't get any personal issue, right?
We get.
And
Blessing, wait, let him talk.
We
We are
get.
getting somewhere.
okay,
This is
me and you
live
don't
life.
get, me and you don't have any personal.
Victoria, please help me exit.
I'm
Blessing,
tired of myself.
I beg, not talk. Blessing, I beg you in God's name. We are going somewhere here. Let us be able to get somewhere. Let him talk. Victoria, press X. Victoria, press X. Victoria,
Well,
press
how do you
X.
press X?
Just that X up there.